you. Thank you so much, and blimey, follow that. But in the spirit of speaking our language, you're all right. It's such an absolute privilege to be here. What an amazing venue. Great to see you all. Thank you so much for coming. And the question is, why are we all here? And more than anything, it's because we all want a brighter, happier future, don't we? If we're going to create that brighter, happier future where wealth and prosperity are shared amongst the many and not just the few, we have to do things differently. We need a change in how we make decisions, who's making them, and also where are those decisions made. Across the world, evidence shows greater local decision-making at the town hall and city level is the most direct and effective means of improving community well-being. Local, directly elected politicians have the mandate to focus on what matters to the public and build those solutions that have the impact. We've heard, haven't we, improving public transport, bringing buses back into public control, and Andy's a bit ahead, but we're not in competition, I promise you. We're creating jobs, we're investing in communities and building homes and improving skills, improving the places where we live to attract inward investment. Only this afternoon, before I came here, I chaired a round table of the Northern Creative Corridor, where we brought together creative leaders across the whole of the North, including Channel 4, the BBC, the Arts Council, Royal Society of the Arts, major publishing houses, all those creatives making decisions for their communities. They all came to Leeds to discuss how we can drive investment together out of the capital into our regions, how by being collaborators, building on our fantastic creative cluster, creating jobs and opportunities, meaning people do not have to leave their home in order to fulfill their dreams. With power and resources working closely together across borders, we can make a real difference to the people we represent, quickly and meaningfully. Cross-boundary and cross-sector. Devolution has enabled these conversations to happen. We've got to end the competitions between regions, to work together to benefit all of us. But for all the success, and there are many that mayors like Andy and myself and the other mayors in the M10 have had, we can and we must go further. Power cannot be hoarded in government departments, whether that's Westminster or Holyrood. Decisions that impact our everyday lives, education, social care, the economy, are being made in the heartlands of privilege by people absolutely out of touch with ordinary folk, where local decision-making is ignored, or worse, treated with contempt. I had, and I'm not going to name names, I had a number 10 advisor come all the way on the train from London to Yorkshire to sit in my office to tell me I can't have the green roof on the Halifax bus station. He slightly misjudged that. I also had meetings with a Whitehall decision maker who referred to the people and politicians in West Yorkshire as the locals, a group to be managed rather than heard. And honestly, I don't know about you, but I am absolutely sick of it. We absolutely need change. We need an end to that begging bowl funding, the competitive bidding pots that are mere beauty contests. We need that single settlement as piloted in Greater Manchester and the West Midlands, working directly with the Treasury, providing our regions with the funding that we need to achieve our ambitions, greater devolution and powers for our nations and regions, enabling us to flourish and to succeed. Now, of course, I'm speaking as the Mayor of West Yorkshire, but it's also what Edinburgh, what Glasgow, what Aberdeen needs and absolutely deserves. And the plan that Gordon set out in his fantastic report last year was just the way forward. We know that, as we've heard, is the recipe, is the blueprint. And if anybody knows how to reform government, it's Gordon Brown, isn't it? Because when Gordon was Chancellor, you'll know, the Labour government began to challenge centuries of privilege by reforming the House of Lords, ridding us of those hereditary peers, not all of them, but most of them, the very essence of privilege. Now, of course, progress has stalled, as Prime Minister and after Prime Ministers handed those peerages to their mates, it is absolutely time for the House of Lords to be abolished in its entirety and replaced by a second chamber drawing on the many talents of our nations and regions. Thank you. It's good to see we all agree on that. Because as the world becomes increasingly complicated and the lives of our citizens become increasingly difficult, we need collaboration and cross-border cooperation. Because the problems that face all of us cannot be resolved from the center. Artificial intelligence, cybercrime, climate change, health threats, obesity, addiction, child abuse, violence against women and girls. These are complex problems that need experimentation, cooperation, co-creation, and a commitment to a better future. And as the only woman Metro Mayor in the country, there are 10 of us. I am very proud to be the chair of the M10. It's also clear that we need greater diversity in who represents us. It is no good transferring power from the centre only to give it to one half of the population, because further devolution supports women to represent their communities with the power and money to change things for the better without having to force them to relocate to the centre of power miles away from their families. And surely this is absolutely brilliant, and it is the solution to equality and equity. So, as I said earlier, I'm absolutely not here to tell Scotland what to do. You have definitely got that covered. But I'm here tonight to tell you we all want change. We all want to improve the prospects of our regions. We all want a brighter, happier, better future, one we can achieve by working together, by cooperation, collaboration across towns and cities, reaching across borders. And finally, I make the case every day, wherever I go, a stronger West Yorkshire will mean a stronger country. And I'm absolutely convinced a stronger Scotland will lead to a better future for Britain. And that's why we're all here tonight, creating an alliance for radical democratic change to reform how our country is governed. And I cannot wait for the next phase. And I will be cheering you all on every step of the way. Thank you so much.